So welcome to A Journey Through a Song, Series 1. This is a new thing that I dreamed up. People that know me know that I have the tendency to come up with very creative things. The purpose for A Journey Through a Song is that usually when I put out a CD, if you've ever purchased one of my CDs, you'd know that I always put an inspiration behind the song. 99% of the time, all the songs on my CD have been written by myself. Through the Dream Big, even the production, I got more involved with the production because when you start recording, you can enhance your creativity in that venue. So one of the things that I get asked all the time when I'm performing is, or even, at work or with friends or whatever, family, it's like, how do you write a song? And I can't really tell you that. I can tell you that I believe that it's a gift. Some of the best songs that I've ever written come to me so spontaneously. It's like somebody else taking the pen and writing it themselves. It's a very unique gift, and I'm very grateful and very thankful for it. There are some days that drives me absolutely crazy. I wonder why I'm given this gift, but I'm going to take that and just go with it because it's who I am. So the Journey Through a Song is going to be this Series 1. Obviously it's about the newest single that I have out to radio right now called Love and Fate. There's a video on YouTube. Please request it to your radio station. And thank you to radio for airing this song. I cannot thank you enough. That is like huge, getting the word out there, so thank you to radio, always supportive. And the Love and Fate, so I'll go a little bit, for Series 1 I'm going to show you a little bit of the process of how I write a song, but the remainder of the song, Journey Through a Song Series 2 and 3 or whatever, however many I go, will be particularly just about that song. So for this song, sometimes when I'm writing, if I sit down to write, I can't write. I'll have an idea in my head that I'll say, oh, that would sound good in a song, and lots of people that are around me all the time know that I say that quite a bit, and that sometimes if you are around me, you may even end up in a song. So the songs might come to me, I might sit down and try and write them. If I do that, they usually end up in a dug pile. When they do come to me, they come quite quickly. Sometimes they're not even great songs, so I'll set them aside and I might entertain them again later on, a day, year, 2 years. I may never even look at them again. So Love and Fate I wrote 20 years ago, and I wrote it on a piano. I know piano players don't like to hear this, but this is the reality. I wrote this song on a piano 20-something years ago. I've never taken piano lessons other than a little introduction with a mother-daughter piano lesson thing. I can't read notes very well, but I play by ear and I hear different songs in my head, and that's what makes me write it. At the time, Love and Fate was written for a very dear friend who was going through a divorce and found someone else that she felt that was her soulmate, and asked me what I thought, and I said that I believe that everybody has a soulmate out there, and as long as you have a clear conscience, that is the right place to take, and you have to follow your gut.
So do you, my dear friend, just a little advice. Keep a clear conscience, don't walk on thin ice. Learn from your mistakes and hold your head high.
In 2012, my daughter and I were actually entertaining my daughter June, and we went down to Nashville to Omni Sound to record. The record label at the time was not really interested in the songs that I had written, but of course my strong will I was, and we were at lunch with the band, and the band seemed to be, everybody, so many people's wannabes, and so many people filtering through the studio that they weren't really adding their creativity that I saw their potential. And I remember telling them that, you know, the song that I wrote, I just really want them to give it all they got. And I know how talented they are, and I explained to them why I wrote the song and the sound that I had in my head. And I played them this other song that kind of had the idea of it, but it wasn't really the idea. And then we charted out the music, and then I told them, listen, this is like, I really love the Eagles, I love like Keith Urban, I love that acoustic sound with a good push in behind. And I remember going in, I had to stand in the booth while they were playing. We all had our separate booths, and the first bar in, I could just feel the tears coming out of my eyes because the sound was so incredible, and it was exactly what I was hearing in my head, and it just amazed me. And that happens to me a lot, like who I worked with prior to all my other albums, the same kind of thing. I'll have this idea in my head, and to find those right people to pull that sound out of my head, it's pretty incredible because it's a hard thing to do, but it was done. And the Love and Fate, that's what really made the song, was the two, the sound in my head coming together and the lyrics themselves. So anyways, I'm going to show you now a little bit about the process of how we do things. So basically, this is my little laptop, my guitars are over there, and this is kind of my little songwriting corner. Yeah, I have to have really good headphones. I recommend that for anybody that's trying this process. A good mic to record. Of course, I'm studying while I'm doing this as well. Anyway, so what happens is, like for the Love and Fate, for example, these are one acoustic track, a vocal track. I don't even know. I think they're both put together. I had to pull this out of a very old file. It's just a simple software program. I plug it in. I record probably a drum beat or some kind of tempo first, or sometimes not, and then I start playing the song. Sometimes the chorus comes out, sometimes the verse, sometimes nothing. It's just this tune in my head, or vice versa. I got these lyrics and then I go, okay, now what am I going to do with them? So it really varies in the songwriting type, but that's kind of a little bit about what I do. Okay, so that pretty much sums it up. I don't know what to tell you other than one thing that I want to add about songwriting that is so important for anybody out there that is interested in songwriting. I attended a Nashville Songwriters Association seminar in Vancouver a very, very long time ago, probably 20 years. I hate to date myself, but it is what it is. Anyways, at the time, there was Gary Burr, Jill Galucci, Randy Sharp, and Pamela Rose, I believe was the four that were on the panel. And it was an amazing experience for me. And one of the biggest things that I got out of it was a conversation with Gary Burr, and he was explaining that all your creativity, one piece of advice that he said, that you would never, ever, ever give your creativity away. Never. He said, that is yours. You created it. And they went through the songwriting process, because a lot of people can either write music or maybe parts of lyrics, but putting the entire lyrics and the songs, and I've had real struggle with this because, you know, I'm so giving, and I have to be very careful with my royalties now and how I watch which direction they go. So in saying that, the creativity that you have is yours, and that came directly from Gary Burr, and I think that's really important for people to know. And because we're a journey through a song, I felt the importance of having it. So just to sum up, Love and Fate gave you an idea where it came from. I showed you a little bit of the process of how I do things anyways. Everybody is probably different. And I look forward to you coming to visit me again. Next series will probably be 911 Rescue. I'm not really sure. I have to get that going. So thank you for watching, and